So today was super interesting because I learnt something that I should have got to grips with a long time ago, and it's to do with breathing. So when it comes to diaphragmatic breathing, I've always focused so much on the inhale, trying to get as much in as possible, and then on the exhale, I've been trying to release all the air as slowly as I can. But the thing is, when I've been releasing as slowly as I can, it gets to a point where even though I still have air down there because I can feel it, I seem to feel a huge urge to breathe. So even though there's still air there, I basically have to breathe. So when I'm doing things like the hissing and all that stuff, then I don't last nearly as long as I could if I was using the air down there. And the trick is, you have to get really used to letting all of your air out completely. When you're doing breathing exercise, make sure when you're doing it, if it's things like Wim Hof or Buteyko breathing or whatever, make sure you're releasing all the air out. Because if you're not releasing all the air out, essentially what there is you've got, say, 30% of your breathing capacity, just as an example. If it's always there and it never comes out, then you kind of over time will lose the feeling of being able to use that space for breathing. Because if you were to actually squeeze all the air out, you'll notice that when you take a breath afterwards, you take up a lot more space. Because if the breath is always there and you're not actually using that bit, that 30% that I was talking about, then it's basically redundant air. It's not doing anything for you, and I imagine that is causing a lot of stress and tension in your body, which then causes anxiety. So and I was testing this a lot today, because when I was at work, when I was sitting at my desk, I was like, take all the air out now. I would just say to myself, I'll take all the air out, and then suddenly I noticed that my shoulders would drop like a lot, which means that for the whole day, and which means I'm 24 now, so a long time. I'm pretty sure it's around puberty that all these problems start developing. But it's like for so many years, I'm always in this really tense state because I've got that, air down there, which is not doing anything for me and just causing loads of tension. And I just thought that was really interesting, because I'd never thought about that. I was always thinking about how can I get more air in and expand the lung capacity and all that stuff. But the opposite is actually really important as well, because if you can get that, redundant air out, should we say, there's also people also call it air trapping. If you've got air essentially trapped in there, then you're just taking up space unnecessarily. It's like you're trying to rent out your house, but you got someone living in the garage or something. It's something like that. You've got something which is just taking up space unnecessarily, which means you can't use that space. It's an analogy I just made up on the spot. I don't know how good that is. But yeah, you get a picture. So I just thought that was really interesting. What else I did today was I got a vitamin B injection, the second one. And what he was saying is that not only will it last longer, but it's also going to have a better effect than last time. Which is really cool, because last time I felt the effects for about 24 hours after, and then it was gone, and then this is a week later, and the next time it should last maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days, and the next one 5, 6 days, and then gradually as you do them, it can last up to a month at some point. So I've got 6 of these that I bought from the chemist. They're quite expensive actually, so I had to order them and then take to the doctor after. And the doctor was saying today that I might need to get another 6 or whatever later on, but I'd rather avoid it because it's kind of expensive. But yeah, and so that was really cool. So last time, I felt alright. I felt a bit calmer, but nothing profound really, nothing too good. So yeah, not only will it last for longer, but it's also going to have a more calming and relaxing effect for my body and my mind. So that was cool. And the other thing is that, because I've been dealing with this throat infection for like literally 4 weeks, I mean, my falsetto is still really scratchy, so I can't do mixed voice. Obviously really annoying, but I've learned a lot of stuff in the process, so that's fine. But he prescribed me, and I've forgotten what it is, like Presnodone, something like that. I'll write it in the description for this video. And he said, like, this is just a really strong steroid. It's gonna, kill everything in there. It's effectively like just a really strong antibiotic, and you just need to take it for the next 3 days. Take 4 pills in one go, and then do that 3 times. And then this should all be gone, because he could tell it was still really red inside. So yeah, he's a really good doctor, and yeah, it's nice to be able to see him. So I'm seeing lots of professionals at the moment. I'm seeing an osteopath, a doctor. I'm seeing the Chinese doctor as well for acupuncture and stuff. That's actually tomorrow. Seeing a speech pathologist. I'm about to start seeing an opera singer who's going to help with singing. Even though I'm trying to sing pop rock style, having like the opera singers are generally the best, technically the best singers in the world. So it'd be really cool to get some lessons from her. And who else am I seeing? Yeah, a lot of people. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. And I'm thinking of, because I'm in the morning, I'm doing the upper and lower body stretches for the tension of my back, shoulders, neck, and the legs, which is going really well. I've already increased my resonance a lot. If you compare to a month ago or whenever I did the first few videos, you'll notice that if you were to compare side by side, my voice is a lot higher pitched actually when I'm talking. And this one I feel a lot more in the chest down here, which is really, really cool, because that's going to translate into singing once the throat infection is gone, which might be in a few days. Because the other thing is because my younger brother's getting confirmed on Sunday, so I think it'd be really cool if I was able to sing at that service. So I'd like to be able to do that. But yeah, if not, I'll just play piano for it or something. What else? So I do the stretches in the morning, then I do swimming after, and I'm thinking of doing mat Pilates. I've never done it before, but that's supposed to be really good for strength, and for supposedly breathing, which is the reason I went in there. But yeah, I'm trying all these things, and hopefully we'll be getting somewhere soon. I really feel like I've made quite a lot of progress, honestly, with the resonance. It's in a much better place, as I was saying before, and because I'm attacking things from different sides, like the mental side and the physical side at the same time, by like doing injections to calm mind and body and stuff, and then the osteopath to ease all the tension. I really feel like I'm attacking everything, and I've already done all the diets and the allergy testing and all that stuff, so I'm a long way, and I've had 2 operations as well on my nose, so I'm a long way on the journey. But yeah, this is what I've been doing so far, and yeah, hopefully I'll get some good results soon.